So again, I bring up the crime rate and how Morgan Hill doesn't have a lot of law enforcement too as well. Okay, there's not it's not there's not so much cops with nothing to do. Okay, they're busting people with drugs and speeding tickets, and there's not that many law enforcement officers. San Jose has a big crime problem, and they don't have enough policing there. Okay, they have certain gang neighborhoods that they put cameras there because they don't have the manpower to police them. So what are they doing running a psyop on me? They're literally leaving you people exposed to crime, to get stabbed and shot, and people human trafficked, and people getting hooked on drugs, and they're running a psyop on me because they're so considerate and so wise, right? It's complete bullshit. They have all this manpower to do this to me. You know, the manpower I've seen could put an end to crime in this county real fast if they put those people to, they task those people with that task and told them that if they don't see the drop in crime, that they're going to lose their paycheck, and however they're coercing them to be a part of it, crime would drop. It would drop significantly. They're obviously allowing crime to continue, and just like with the Iran Contra, they're controlling the drug trade. They're not trying to put an end to it because it disenfranchises and brings down certain people. So if I was yelling about this right now, even at 6 in the morning, it would be understandable. Okay, sometimes people get carried away. All right, so but it would piss off the people in this household, and they'd say, let's find a way to sweep this under the rug to make them go quiet, and they would think about the psych meds. That's part of why psychiatry's abused. Society doesn't want to fix their disorder, their crony capitalist, sick social orders. They had presidents go on record in well televised speeches talking about new world orders. Bush, Obama, Bush, okay, both Bushes and Obama, a new world order. It's like I go on record on in front of the whole world, and I say, hey, it's a blue hooded sweater I'm wearing, and people say it's a conspiracy theory that he said that he's wearing a blue hooded sweater. Okay, but I'm wearing a blue hooded sweater, and I said blue hooded sweater. So when they say new world order, they tend to control the social orders more than ever. Okay, it's for the world. It's a global thing. Okay, and you have the word order, like cops, law and order. So when they see me telling the truth and saying, hey, I'm the son of two doctors, a brain surgeon son, from the race that people is the most stigmatized in America. When you see racism, right, you don't see Klan going on and on about Native Americans and Jews and gays as much as blacks. We associate with blacks first, and later on you're like, oh, they don't like these groups as well. I never thought of it that way. Yeah, duh, kind of thing, because black people are the most stigmatized. They went the farthest to stigmatize them in the movies with the blackface and the buck dancing. They have the most racist terms used commonly against black people, and so on. And I'm from my background is from Nigeria, which has to be the most masculine and respectable black people, and it has the N word. Niger is how Nigeria starts. And this is where we get the word, the N word, and Niger means black, and this also a play on words for no gear, and it refers to ignorant. When you look it up, I've come up across these definitions where they say it's ignorant. So they say these guys are ignorant black people. They're bringing drugs to the community. They're ignoring the Flint water crisis forever until the whole world came around and said, hey, what's going on here? Then they start saying, oh, I guess the water is contaminated. And they do this type of stuff all the time. We saw it in the water crisis in Chicago. We saw it with the construction workers dumping poisonous construction materials in the poor neighborhoods in Chicago. We see these types of things in Detroit historically, in Atlanta, all across, okay? The word ghetto, even it goes back to the Warsaw Ghetto in World War II, where the Jews were put there, and there was high murder rates and starvation and crime, because this is what happens when you concentrate poor people in a certain place with no hope. Okay, that is how you exterminate people to a certain degree and extract their attractive women. You better believe more attractive Jewish women were being raped and extracted by the guards and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. This is how they abuse people. Okay, they whore these people. This is what happens in war, and they're waging war on the black community. And there's this huge political movement at this time. I don't know if you think it's conspiracy theory or not, but there actually is a huge political movement at this time that came after I started making my videos called Black Lives Matter, because people were killing black people. People still are killing black people. Okay, it's related to the black genocide. It's related to eugenics. They don't often use the word eugenics, but it is connected to it. And it's connected to what's going on with me and why I'm not able to get any support, because these are political parties. And we'll get into that, how the genre of music, the emo, the rap, classical, right? Hip hop is to be distinguished from rap, more kind of sophisticated, less kind of radio friendly. Okay, death metal. Okay, punk rock. Okay, when we start looking at who listens to what kind of music, the genre and the gene are, what is your gene, are connected. That's some wordplay for you. The culture and the cults, right? We see the Aleister Crowley cults in Hollywood influencing people, where even Jay-Z in New York was wearing a shirt at one point saying, "Do as thou wilt," and Kanye West wearing some shirt. We see the Nicki Minaj's and the Taylor Swifts and the Miley Cyrus. We see these cult kind of behaviors that everyone agrees is a cult, but they'll probably deny to try to keep me from making my point, and that's called gaslighting. Okay, trying to make you seem like you're crazy, and right now, ironically, they're fuming me, my vision's getting blurry, and they're gassing me, and the light is affecting my vision, which is another play on words, an application for the word gaslight. Okay? So what we see is, it's just like in the Bible, 1 John 2:15, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. Now, I don't know if they're going to change it, but I can hear my voice sound like I'm being fumed. Okay? So it's also, anyone who loves the world is enmity for the Father. It's like James 4 or something. It's somewhere else in the Bible. Okay. All right. Yeah, then I needed, subconsciously needed to grasp for air because there's less fresh air available. All right. So when we see the people who don't transcend the cult system, they're less intelligent than the person that does. Is being a kind of hoggle, they made me do it kind of person. Okay. Does that show powerful brain activity and superior brain activity? No, that is inferior brain function. To help them do it, to be an evil person, I'm going to help them do it. Part of me is scared, part of me is evil, and I'm disassociating. Okay, to be that type of person, does that show superior brain activity? No. So when we look at the other people, with all due respect, it's like the reason why Jesus used the term dogs in the Bible. They are like dogs compared to me when it comes to brain function. Are they the children of two doctors? Or even one? Most of them, not even one. I'm the child of two. One of them came here broke as a refugee during a racist time, and they're having riots in Detroit, and worked his way up to being a brain surgeon. Penniless from homeless. How many people you know are the son of that type of a person? And the most moral person of his generation. This is an example of me being analytical, logical, showing good reasoning skills, deductive reasoning, and critical thinking skills. And bringing up things that complement my research. I'm well researched. Okay. So when we look at it, say, what do these people think compared to what you think? What does the dog think about arithmetic? Okay. If a dog doesn't care about arithmetic, is he smarter than the person that can do it and doesn't? Asking me and does? No. If these people have chosen pursuits that are animal pursuits compared to the highest cause, which is moral precision, moral wisdom, and true wisdom, are they smarter than the wise person? Well, let's look at the spectrum of words. There's kind of clever. There's clever. He's kind of smart. They're smart. He's very intelligent, very smart. And then we get wise. Wise is the highest level of being smart. If I dedicate my life to building sandcastles that are washed away right away, that might be clever. That might be, he's smart, but he's not wise. So he's not he's not more intelligent than the person who is wise, who says that's not a worthwhile pursuit. The ability to say this is a worthwhile pursuit and that isn't is one of the higher forms of intelligence when someone actually comes into it. The act of coming into the highest pursuit reflects the highest form of intelligence. Only from people who put moral precision first can we then look for the most intelligent person. So people who are less intelligent than I am, less analytical than I am, they're not top martial artist material, I am, who don't agree on what is best for society, have no business judging my behavior and my mental state and what is best for me. I'm sure every sane person or more sane person watching this can agree. Thank you.